After a very nice lecture of Dr. Dilip Patil sir, we are going for the third phase of the resource addresses, and this resource address in the third phase is going to present by the Lion Rajesh Mehra sir. Lion Rajesh Mehra sir is Lion District Governor. Sir is Lion Club's International Officer. Lion Rajesh Mehra sir is founder president of Leo Club in 1990 and 91. Lion Rajesh Mehra sir is businessman professionally but social human being. Lion Rajesh Mehra sir, he extended his wealth, intelligence and every moment for social work through Lions Club. Such a resourceful person for the society is here to address the what are the contributions in a COVID-19 situation is really worthful for the listening. I would like to congratulate to Lion Rajesh Mehra sir for his all of the social life, and really we feel privileged to listen him for the COVID-19 situation. So let us give the very big hand to the Lion Rajesh Mehra sir, and on behalf of all of us I would like to request Lion Rajesh Mehra sir so as to present his address to the gathering. Thank you very much, friends.
Hello, friends. At the outset, let me thank the Anjuman Islam Janjira Degree College of Science and the Vasantrao Nayak College of Arts and Commerce for jointly organizing this international webinar on the role of social services in the COVID situation. Friends, I am a part of the world's largest NGO, which is Lions Clubs International, which is spread in over 210 plus countries and geographical areas. We have a diverse membership with the seniors as well as juniors, and the senior wing we call as the Lions and the junior wing we call as the Leos. So it's a privilege today to address the future generation and the young generation regarding their roles and responsibilities as a citizen of our country and citizen of their own countries under pandemic situations such as this COVID-19. Who would have thought 6 months back that we would be facing such a situation, friends? All of us were taken with the surprise. In fact, we used to tell our young generation, our children, that when we were very young, we have seen certain wars. For me, it was the 72 war, and we had seen blackouts, and when people had to stay and remain in their homes. You all will not be seeing such a situation. But as luck would have it, we are in a situation where even we would never have anticipated this scenario. And all of us together, young generation, and all of us have been taken by a surprise by the situation that we find ourselves in. Unprecedented, shocking, confusing scenario where not only the general public but the administration was also taken by surprise, and day in and day out efforts have been made to try and understand this problem and how to live with it. We are calling it the new normal, and I think we really none of us are very clear, including the administration or the doctors or all the other people involved. When will things become the earlier normal? So something we have all got to live with. We have to learn to live in this current scenario. We have to learn how to handle various emergencies, how to motivate people who are in need, who are a bit depressed because of the loss of jobs, loss of opportunities. You name it, and the problems are there. So as an NGO, we at Lions Clubs International and a lot of other NGOs, it's not only us I'm talking about, a lot of other NGOs, youngsters, a part of organization or without being a part of an organization, have come out to help those in need. There has been various ways where volunteers, we call ourselves as volunteers of our NGO. And we as volunteers have gone out, spent man hours to try and do our best for the society. And what we have learned, friends, that the young generation is equally eager to go out and serve. And serve they must, no doubt about it. There are various ways of doing it, but what I have learned the hard way when we lost a few friends due to this pandemic is, first and foremost, please take care of yourself. Your health is of supreme importance. So whatever you do with utmost precautions. If the right precautions are taken, if things are handled the right way, a lot can be done under this COVID scenario. So what I'm going to do is probably share with you some pictures of some programs that we have done as Lions and Leos, and share with you certain ideas what else probably we could do. Of course, when we have this kind of webinars and there is a sharing of ideas, you youngsters will come out with much better ideas maybe, or different ideas, because you are also used to thinking outside the box. And I think under these scenarios, what is now required is thinking outside the box to actually do our best for the society. So I'm going to now try and share with you my PPT, in which I'm sharing with you certain pictures that we have taken of certain activities, and then we will move ahead with certain ideas of how we can move ahead. So we are discussing the role of social services in the COVID-19 situation. And as I mentioned earlier, Lions Clubs International is the organization with whom I am associated now, I think for 36 years now. I joined it when I just became an adult. Now, certain projects that we have already done, now I am talking about projects done in various parts of our country. Not sticking only to Mumbai or our area or our clubs. Generally, we all know that education has now become online, and there have been problems for schools and in remote areas with no internet connections or no televisions or computers available. So certain clubs have taken up their responsibilities to support the villages and village schools, small schools, providing them with LED televisions, computers, laptops, mobile phones, and also helping them with internet connections. Now, this is something which was earlier not a project we used to do because it was not required. But under these circumstances, this is the out-of-the-box thinking we had to do. And of course, it is a need-based project. And as per the requirements, when we do something we call as a community needs assessment, and we come to know, okay, so-and-so is a project which needs to be done in a certain area, we try our best to support. See, finance is a problem everywhere, but wherever we can and it is possible, we keep on thinking how we can serve and how we can help people in need. Now, this is a project very near us in Mumbai, which is one of the Lions clubs in Mulund area. Initially, when the lockdowns began and there were so many problems with the grocery stores shut and food grains and food items not available, people were on the streets, things were really, really, really bad. That's when a lot of the Lions clubs and other NGOs, of course, started the Anaj Dan project, or what we also call it as a Relieve the Hunger project. And all our lions, all those volunteers you see in the yellow t-shirts or yellow jerseys, well, that's the logo or that's the color of our organization. When we do service, we try to wear our yellow jackets or yellow t-shirts wherever possible so that we can recognize as the lions. And here you can see a lot of volunteers who have gathered to make these lunch boxes so that they can try and maintain the social distancing as well and pack this food and give it to people in need. There were certain distribution centers where people used to come and collect this food items, cooked food. There were certain centers where the lions used to travel, go and deliver the food where it was not possible for people to travel, especially the senior citizens who found it difficult to travel. So relieve the hunger, food projects. Everybody had a different way depending on the resources available to do those projects. So this is one of the projects whose pictures I am showing you right now. This is a project in Guwahati where there was distribution of the mask and sanitizers. Now you can see as I show you all the pictures, some may be common, but a lot of them will give you a different idea of the different activities or the project or the social service which can be done. This was around 24th of July and this was in Guwahati. And in the local areas, people could not even afford masks and sanitizers. So when the need came and the information came that at least these basic things which the government is also recommending, WHO is also recommending that people need to wear masks, need to sanitize themselves often. So why not we provide this mask and sanitizer to the people? And that's the project which was taken up by this club. Before I go to further projects, I will just like to talk and give you a rough idea of what we could do. As of May 20th, we have these figures. LCIF is the Lions Clubs International Foundation, the charity wing of our organization, where Lions from all over the world, we are about 1.5 million members, 1.45 million members, and we all come together as and when possible, as per our might and desire, to contribute to our foundation, which is Lions Club International Foundation, or LCIF, that you see. And this foundation then gives grants to places where it is needed. And for COVID relief, front-end relief, there were 229 grants on an average starting from $10,000 from different areas. Like in Mumbai city, we got totally, there are 3 Lions districts, so we got 10 into 3, $30,000 for immediate relief. Overall, you can see here that as on May 20th, $38,51,655 as a front-line relief to COVID-19 areas. The Lions Club International Foundation has awarded all over the world, wherever our clubs or wherever there has been a need or there has been a request or a requirement. Now, another thing which the Lions Club in Guwahati took was when this news came that people who have been earlier COVID positive and who have come out of this problem, if they donate their plasma, it is working and helping those other patients who are more serious. So then this plasma donation project was taken up, and we called everybody the Corona Warriors, and people came forward to donate the plasma. Either they were earlier COVID positive or not, but plasma was one donation which everybody was recommending that we need to do. That's another project. In various areas it has been taken up, but these are certain photographs which were available to me. So I've taken those photographs to tell you what has been done. Again, going on the Anaj Dan project as close as the 23rd of August this year. And this was done again in a mass way, and ration packets have been made on regular basis. And this is one such project done on 23rd of August, where about 80 families were given packets which had dal, rice, sugar, salt, ghee, all those ration needed for these families to run their families for at least 1 month, to provide food for them at least for 1 month. And this is going to be an ongoing project. And once it's like we have adopted these 80 families, and these 80 families will be provided ration till things are normal, or till the family members who have been earning members who have unfortunately lost their jobs, who are not able to go on their jobs, are able to go back to their jobs and start earn their living. Of course, environment, again, in all the other situations, we cannot ignore environment. Everything is boiling down to what we have done with the environment, and how environment is now coming back to us and penalizing us for all the spoils that we have done over a period of time. So some clubs or some areas, some young people like the Leo Club here has taken up that our responsibility along with to support the COVID. We also need to look after the environment, and that's how they have started planting saplings. And this is one such project taken up by this Leo Club, these youngsters, all with their masks, but doing their best for the environment. Now, this was a very grand project again, which was done in Alibag and that area. And we had kept not only food grains, masks, sanitizers, that is the relief, along with relieve the hunger, a lot of plants and saplings. There were coconut tree saplings, there were other tree saplings which were distributed, and about 200 families were provided ration, as you can see in this picture here, again to help them run and provide for the food of their family for at least 1 month. And that's how we are committed. The Lions organization all over is committed to help people in need. And this was again a very recent project, about a week and a half back, done in areas of Alibag and nearby, where due to the recent cyclone, there was a lot of destruction. So as I said, we keep on assessing the community needs, and we keep on doing projects where our services are needed. This is another such project of cooked food actually. This was done again a few days back in an area called as Nerul, where you can see our volunteers, these ladies, and they have made food packets, and they are trying their best to ensure that there is proper social distancing. And you can see in the next picture, they have got a table where they are just keeping the packet, and gentlemen or anybody in need can just walk and take up this packet and move ahead. So we definitely have to take care that we do wear our masks and we maintain social distancing, and still fulfill our desire to serve the community, our desire to fulfill our responsibility toward the community. So youngsters, coming back to what I was telling you about our COVID warriors, I mentioned that term earlier. I'll talk to you now about two very special projects we have done. See, we are aware that our police personnel have been the COVID warriors right from the beginning, and they have got one of the toughest duties. So we at my club, which is called as Lions Club Bombay Hilltop, we have decided to provide sanitizers to as many police personnel and police stations as possible. And this was one such program where we visited this particular police station, and we have provided them with cans of 5 liters each for the police station, as well as to take it to provided to each and every police personnel to take it to their residences, so that their families are protected as well. So we need to be the warriors. The various warriors are there, but we also need to be warriors. One such project whose pictures I don't have, I will share with you. This is a project of a very prominent hospital, which was one of the first hospitals where it was declared that all the COVID patients would be admitted to this hospital. And unfortunately, one of the first deaths in our nearby area was in my family, what I mean is my close family, my brother-in-law's father-in-law, who had just traveled back from Dubai. He expired, one of the first cases in Ghatkopar nearby areas, and all the family members were to be quarantined immediately with the fear that they would also be having COVID. So when my brother-in-law was admitted there and he was quarantined, he found that all the doctors and nurses and everybody was serving day in and day out, trying their best to help the COVID patients. But he found that they did not have enough food to eat or keep themselves active for the hours that they were serving. So when my brother-in-law was out of the quarantine and he spoke to all the friends that so much work these doctors are doing, but they don't have enough food for the breakfast, lunch, evening snacks and dinner. And how are they going to survive? How are they going to work when they themselves are not fed well? That's when all his friends and we at the Lions Club took it on us, and the whole hospital of about 200 staff was provided breakfast, lunch in one go, and then the evening snacks and dinner in the next go. And 2 vans used to go there every day till last month. Earlier, we should take all this food in our own cars, but then as the cases increased, there was fear in the families that you all need not go there. We had some ambulances which were free or the drivers available to provide this food because they could move easily, and their other vehicular traffic there was restrictions. So we requested these ambulance drivers. We paid them the travel to and fro delivery charges and certain incentives for them to go and deliver to this hospital for providing food to these 200 warriors, COVID warriors who were serving in these hospitals. So as and when there is a need, we in Lions, we try and say it's not always possible to do everything we can, but whatever small we can do, we all need to do. And we always motivate our members by saying that wherever there is a need, there is a lion. And let us try our best to do whatever we can for the society. And certain other programs or projects also, which we are now taking up or which we have already taken up, or we are motivating our Leos, the youth wing, as you all young members are there, which you can also look after, where there is not not requirement of a lot of funds, or there are few people who have the funds but they don't have the volunteer base to serve. You can be their volunteers. You can help them do their service. Now, certain projects with the youngsters are taking up on a regular basis. Our areas in which all y'all can also take up, or where there is a need, is helping the senior citizens. Now, senior citizens, because of their age, they are not able to move out of the houses. So their needs, who's going to address? They are not comfortable in many areas ordering food or ordering food grains online. So we need to be a volunteer base for them, trying to see what their needs are. And we are doing it. Our Leos, our youngsters are doing. They have already attached with a few senior members who are alone. And they are regularly providing them with whatever they need. Just on a phone call, they go and get their needs from the market and deliver to the house and try and help them as much as they can. There are a few youngsters who are also helping in cooking food for the senior members, who are now totally stuck at their residence and can't do anything about it. These youngsters are also helping them with certain exercises so that they can keep themselves healthy or keep themselves active, and thereby trying to increase their immunity in the senior citizens. So they are trying to help them as their own parents or grandparents in every which way they can. Sanitizers and masks are now being delivered by the young people more than the seniors, because there is again a limitation to what the senior volunteers can do, because now they are quite some time now they're saying people above the age of 60 should not move out of the houses. So that's where the youngsters come in. Food and grains, these are the projects which youngsters are going and delivering to senior citizens and COVID positive patients who are in quarantine. Now, who is going to help them with their requirements? In big societies, yes, other society members are helping them, but where the COVID positive patients and senior citizens are staying separately, not in big societies, it is the responsibility of the young generation there to try and help them. But once you are quarantined, means you can't do anything, you can't move out. So how are they going to survive? There will be medical needs, there will be, this time I'm talking about home quarantine, friends. So there will be medical, they will be needing medicines, they will be requiring so many, their daily requirements items. And that's where we as youngsters, we at the volunteer force, we as the members of the society who have gained so much from this society, who are gaining so much from this society, it's our time to pay back. And there's no better time for payback than this unfortunate scenario where day in and day out the needs are there. It's only the question how we are going to identify the needs and how we are going to answer the call of the people in need. So this was by far the presentation which I wanted to show you with certain pictures. I'm sure you must have learnt a lot about the various activities we are doing. Of course, we would also like to learn from you if you can think of something else which we could concentrate at. And Dr. Sharad ji has got my email ID. If you all would like to suggest something or ask me certain questions, you can please request Sharad ji to please share my email ID with you, or your better would be you all collectively ask those questions and send it to Dr. Sharad ji, and he can email to me and I can give a collective answer. So friends, thank you very much, the organizing institutions, for giving me this opportunity to express myself, to talk about certain work that the world's number one NGO, Lions Club International, is doing along with our LEOs, that is our youth wing, and more importantly, trying to address the youngsters and motivate them to contribute whatever in your might for the society. Mind you, money is not everything. Volunteer hours are equally valuable, and in many places it is not, everything is not being done with money only. It is the volunteer hours that you put in, how you support them, not only by the food and other items, but how do you support the people in need to make them mentally strong under these circumstances. Time is now to make people mentally strong. People are getting disappointed, people are getting worried, and this is a time when this young energy, all you youngsters, can come in handy, play some games with the senior citizens, create an environment of enjoyment and positivity everywhere. Every news channel that you see, and you see a lot of negatives everywhere, you read bad news only. That's the time such these times are. But you as youngsters need to be the reason for happiness in the others, in the seniors, in the COVID patients, the quarantine patients, and ensure that they become mentally strong. So all the best to all of you. It will be my endeavor to answer any queries that you send through Dr. Sharad. And once again, thank you, the organizers, for this opportunity given to me. It was a pleasure, definitely. Dr. Sharad ji, you have been following up with me and guiding me in what would be the needs of this webinar. And I hope I have done justice to what you expected of me. Thank you very much, friends. God bless us all and give us the strength to come out of this COVID-19 scenario in the best way possible. God bless us all. Thank you so much.